All right, welcome back, watch fans. We want to talk about, we're talking about the grifter epidemic that is pervasive in the horological community. That's right. There's these grifters and groomers, and look, we've been talking about this for a while now, but we want to highlight this through look, show and tell, right? So show and tell again. Now we did a post the other day about this gentleman, who is the size 7 Skechers enthusiast. Who, well, I don't want to go into all the seamy and disgusting details. We want to keep this a family-friendly show. But look, this is a grifter that's out there trying to basically weasel his way into, let's just say, certain demographics. And using these kind of, I would say, hype watches as bait. That's right, bait for who? For twinks. Okay, now watch this. Now, here's what's interesting, right? You would think somebody who actually, is a real buyer of, let's say, a Rolex Platinum Day Date, like this example. And, I know guys who have, let's say, Platinum Day Dates. Usually it's kind of, let's just say somebody at a higher end, somebody who does not have vinyl flooring. And if you zoom in up close, you can see that these floors are actually filthy. Look at that. You see there, you got a footprint. You got that. You see that footprint at the bottom? There's a boot print. There. How come this thing doesn't pull? There we go. Oh, hang on. You see the boot print at the bottom? Let's zoom into that boot print. And again, there we go. You see right where at the bottom of the bracelet. See if you can see that. There we go. That looks like a size 7 Skechers footmark, or is that from a twink? Is that from one of the victims? Now I'm going to explain to you how the scam works. Because this grifter is, what he does is he is going on Instagram looking for people who have high-end watches, right? And he posts some bait out there, including Patek 5396. I mean, again, these are kind of like, I would say, basic hype watches, stuff that was kind of hot and at these days sells well below retail. But anyway, what this guy does is he reaches out to suckers on Instagram, and he says, listen, I'm doing these, we have a watch meetup group, and I want to invite you to a sassy watch collector meetup, etc., etc. And but I need your phone number. You got to give me your phone number, and because I'm going to send you the notification through WhatsApp or whatever, right? So what he does is he collects these numbers, right? And then now he has kind of this database of suckers who then he invites to these little meetups, which are basically, you're going to be meeting a bunch of tomato cans, right? Other tomato cans who have nasty vinyl floors, right? And what's going to happen is this. Let's zoom in on this. I showed you that nasty vinyl floor. Now let's take a look at this. Here we go. Now you got the 5396, which again, this is a watch which, I told you guys was going downhill. Now again, this was 62 grand list price. Today, you can't even give it away for 50 grand. That's right, 50 grand. You can pick them up all day long on the secondary market. And by the way, the prices are dropping. The 5396 is kind of what I call basic bitch Patek, right? Sort of like your entry level complication. You got your annual calendar, whatever. Now, I've told you about all the problems that this watch has, including the useless 24-hour indicator, the fact that the hands cover up the 24 part, and my personal experience with the watch, having owned the rose gold version of this with the baguettes, was that the case was just a little bit too sloppy. It was disproportional, and on the strap, it just does not wear well. Now, however, I do believe that this version, but on the white gold bracelet. Okay, we're talking about the white gold bracelet. That one is actually a decent watch as a beater watch, and those are dropping in price. I think they're going to hit about 30 grand in white gold very shortly, probably in the next 4 months. You'll see the white gold blue dial at 30 grand. That's with a full gold bracelet. And actually, those are going to be cool watches. I think if you at 30 grand, that's going to be the bottom of the depreciation. I think that's going to be the time to buy those. But again, what you have here is a guy trying to flex for the twinks. But here's the thing: what you got to realize, you know, somebody who's buying a Patek, right? Let's say, I don't think they have vinyl floors in their house. I mean, look at those nasty, cheap vinyl floors. I mean, imagine this: you're buying a $60,000 watch, and you got nasty vinyl floors. Look at that. Oh, he's got the watch to distract you from the flooring. But look at the floors. Look at the floors. Okay, so the watch is up close. All right, so what happens is this. Now here's why do I bring this up? Why do I bring this up? Again, more nasty vinyl flooring. Nasty, ugly, gray, nasty, cheap vinyl from Home Depot. He probably had some illegal migrants from Chomostan installing that nasty vinyl flooring. And why do I bring this up? Well, because this degenerate, this scumbag, was reaching. You know, what he does is he reaches out. That's right. Kino and Awan, they got to get into the vinyl because you know what? The economy is kind of slowing down, and people are cutting back. They can't afford the marble. Look, these peasants that can't afford, travertine or real stone floors, they get nasty vinyl if they can't afford, decent wood flooring, Parquet de Versailles. They get the nasty vinyl installed by illegal migrants. Now, what this gentleman does, the Okuk, the other day there was a meetup, a meetup in Sonoma, California, with the Mike the Snake, and there was the Watch Nicholas. So there was about 6 guys. What this Okuk did was again, this is very bizarre. He did not want this Watch Nicholas to show up. Why? Because, well, Watch Nicholas exposed this guy as basically a pedo vibes groomer. Okay, do you know what that is? A groomer, pedo vibes. Well, look, he's notorious for sharing hotel rooms with young gentlemen. Collectors allegedly. He took Tim Wright. Remember Tim Wright? Tim Wright watch channel Artem Pizdets. Now, okay, listen. He took Tim Wright before the Geneva Watch Show last year. He took him for a haircut, manicure, to take him clothes shopping, and possibly an anal waxing. Possibly, okay. We hear it's very likely that there was something like that going on. But here's what's weird. I don't know any normal heterosexual males that take other men shopping and for manicures. I mean, it's just a little weird. I think 50 Cent had something to say about that. When he was invited by Diddy, aka Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy, that's right. You know who that is? You don't know who that is? You Google it. But Puff Daddy invited 50 Cent, aka Fiddy. He invited him to go clothes shopping, and you look at the video of Fiddy and that video, and he got freaked out, and that's when he knew that something was up, something was wrong in Diddy land, and he stayed away from the freak off party. Let me see this. Let me see. 50 clothes shopping Diddy. Let's see if we see that. Oh yeah, 50 says shopping. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay.
Now, Fifth, when you
hang on. Okay, let's see. Okay, now this is what this is. Hang on, is this on here? There we go. Let's see what Fiddy has to say. Let's see what Mr. 50 Cent has to say about clothes shopping with other gentlemen. Is that an indication of anything?
Continuously call Puff gay. Does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Dinner thieves in theaters January.
That's why he says things. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous, and he goes, "Yo, fabulous. No, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party." What is he talking about? When people said to me, I get a little uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of no, dude, take me. That's what a guy says to a girl.
There you go. It's a little weird. It's a little weird, you know, for, you know, heterosexual males to go shopping together. Now, you know, hey, to each his own. You know, listen, like the Pope says, who am I to judge? Who am I to judge, right? But you know, it's a very weird situation. So this gentleman, the Ocock, he's got these twinks that he's taking shopping, and then. So anyway, so there's this meetup in Sonoma, and he starts texting. He starts texting all these you know, these other 6 guys. Again, these are grown men. These are guys in their 30s to 50s. I mean, these are grown men. These are not kids, right? These are like, you know, adults, right? And this guy's like in his probably what 60 years old or something, right? And he's texting them saying, "Oh, you better not go to this event if Washington Nicholas goes. Oh, you better not go there because that's disrespectful to this." There's something bizarre. But you know, why would again? You know, I don't have any. Okay, I think I have 2 people's numbers. I think I've been like phone numbers or emails, whatever, from 2 people that I've gotten texts from, whatever. Right? I don't text anybody. I don't text anybody in the watch thing. I don't text anybody in the. It's bizarre. It's weird. Like why? You know, why would I do that? Right? You know, unless I have a business, some sort of business relationship. You know. To text them, but I'm not texting lots of people in the so-called watch community. In the so-called watch community, I don't text people in the watch community and say, "Hey, why are you going on that channel? Oh, you better not go watch that channel. That's very bad." Or you better not go to this. It's just very, very fruity behavior. It's very, very sassy 12-year-old girl type of behavior. And but anyway, but this is what this grifter does. Now again. Look, if you want to be a flexer, you got to be congruent, okay? You can't be flexing when you have vinyl floors. You understand what I'm saying? You can't flex when you have vinyl floors. It's like, you know, you can't, how shall we say? It's just not congruent. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, when you walk around in a cheap polyester suit with a size 7 Skechers, and you got a built-in pocket square in your suit jacket or your whatever jacket, you know, it's not congruent, right? It means you're a fugazi. You're buying these watches on your credit card or on a HELOC or whatever as a way to weasel your way into real watch collectors, to pass yourself off as, you know, as something you're not, right? Again. The vinyl floors give it away. Okay, even Kino, even Juan and Kino, even Juanita has, you know, ceramic. At least he's got ceramic tile in his hovel, right? I mean, you know, he claims he's in the marble tile business. He's got nasty ceramic floors. Like here we go. Here's some nasty ceramic floors. These are not the vinyl. This is like cheap ceramic floors. Again, gray, nasty, and cheap. But what do you expect? I mean, this is what happens. This is what happens. Something smells bad. And of course, this is the grifter known for promoting timepiece gentlemen. That's right, Anthony Farrar. This guy was promoting Anthony Farrar and also Stefano Della Costa, a.k.a. the Wizard. Both of these guys ripped off collectors. And these guys, him and Tim Wright, a.k.a. Artem Pizdets, both were promoting these grifters. Again, another cheap floor, more cheap flooring. What is up with that, right? Again, cheap, nasty. This is, I think, some sort of fabricated wood. And again, you see the foot mark. You see the floors are all dirty, marked up. They got jizz. They got probably jism on them. But here is the bottom line. Again, this is a guy who famously did a post. I want to show you this post. This is unbelievable but true. Unbelievable but true. We want to show you this post that this gentleman made. This Bukiak, this Chomostani gentleman. That's right. You know, Kakistan, Bukiakistan, and Chomostan. Here is Here is, let me show you Chomo stand. Where is this? Oh, where is this? What happened? Uh-oh, where is this? Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. So here we go. This is a post from the O'Cuck, right? This is a post from the O'Cuck. This just goes to show you, who you're dealing with. So he made a post about, I guess, that Watch Nicholas was going to the Geneva Watch with the Watches and Wonders show, which is basically like a window liquor grooming festival. It's a window liquor pedo vibes festival. It's a bunch of suckers going there. Anyway, so here's what he says. He says, "What is more ridiculous? A hate streamer who knows nothing about watches." By the way, the hate streamer is this guy, him and Curly, aka Don Corleone, il Duce di Chomostan, Corleone, il Don Corleone. That's the the king of the Duke of Chomostan in Chicago. So Curly and O'Cuck, they do a 5-hour stream every other night. Again, focusing on other males. Okay, these guys are obsessed with the Grifter of Venice, Oisin, and Tim Wright. That's 90% of the content. They do 5-hour live streams talking about those guys. It's bizarre. I mean, it's just not. It's very fabulous and fruity behavior. But anyway, here's what he says: a hate streamer who knows nothing about watches attending a Swiss watch conference. A Swiss watch conference. Or an owner of the most ridiculed Quartz Jacob & Co. fake fashion garbage watch competing in the Hunger Games against some of the most respected and knowledgeable watch collectors. So this guy, he's got some delusions of grandeur. He thinks like he's got these sassy like watch face-offs, whatever. It's like, I showed you that video with Madonna, that Vogue video from the 80s. Vogue, Vogue was, Madonna, the famous song she had, which was a cool song. It was basically about, a subculture in the transsexual community back in the, I guess, I don't know if it's still around, but I think it was back in the 80s and 90s. It was a big thing where, these guys would get dressed up and they're drag queens again, and they would just be fabulous, and they would like do like a runway thing, and whoever would be more fierce, have looks, whatever, that would be the winner. It was whatever. I can't even explain to it. Basically, you had to show up and look fierce, and fabulous, and that would be the winner. So basically, the O'Cuck is, he believes that that's what he's competing in. He's like some sassy, fierce drag queens with watches, whatever. Now, this guy, again, knows zero about watches. It's been proven. And by the way, wearing a Jacob & Co. 5 time zone watch, the Quartz watch, to Geneva Watches and Wonders, I think is actually, it's a cool move because, it's funny. It's funny. It's kind of like, it's very funny. But anyway, and people would get it. It says, so what are you going to wager? A flamboyant 15-0 Jacob & Co. watch? Again, he's got the rainbow. I guess he's implying that wearing a Jacob & Co. watch is gay, which it's actually not. It's considering the 5 time zone watch was worn by Diddy and a lot of rappers in the 90s who were, how shall we say, on the down low, but no, it's not a flamboyant watch. It's just a stupid pimp watch, or a 30-year-old broken down Bentley. I wonder who he's talking about. That isn't even is worth as much as my 12, 6, 7, 11. What is that? I guess that's his bullshit Rolex. Now, by the way, the Bentley is 19 years old, and the Bentley is in minty condition, okay, and it can hit 200 miles an hour, okay. The Bentley has a 12-cylinder engine, and the speedometer goes to 200, and the car does 200. Now, I haven't taken it to 200, but trust me, it could do 200. Now, what does the O'Cuck drive? He drives a flamboyant red BMW, which again, flamboyant red BMW, I don't know, for straight middle-aged man. I don't know. What are you going to drive that to like high schools to pick up, I don't know, young gentlemen of legal age, presumably, Again, this guy's saying, "Oh, I'm a family man. I'm a family man. How dare these scumbags accuse me of being a pedo vibes?" Well, listen, we get the evidence. The evidence is overwhelming. I mean, we had Dirk Diggler saying he came across the Ocock in Vegas in a hotel room, and he with another guy was there. It was a little weird. Watch Nicholas saying he ran into him and his young gentleman friend at the airport. Again, now this guy has a type. His type is young Asian and Latino gentlemen, as they're known as twinks. Twinks is what is referred. Now you know what that is. You don't know what that is. You Google it. You Google it. Twinks and bears. You Google it. Get yourself some culture. Get culture. There you go. Unbelievable, but true. But yeah, that's what's going on. So this grifter, this Bukiakistani, this Chomostani, pedo vibes, he's got the nasty vinyl floors, trying to ingratiate himself with. Again, his grift is this. He contacts these suckers on Instagram and says, "Hey, I want to invite you to a meetup, a sassy watch meetup. You're going to meet other watch collectors, blah, blah, blah. Oh, and by the way, I can get you watches at list from Patek." Now, believe me, this guy can get you 0 watches at list from Patek. Whatever he can get you at list is shit that you don't want, okay? Shit that you don't want. Garbage that drops in price. For example, case in point, this watch, 62 grand list. Today on the secondary market, 50 grand and dropping, and dropping some more, as Juan and Kino would say. Literally every one of these watches is underwater. And again, this is a guy who claims to be an expert. He just got into watch. He's a COVID guy. This guy is 60 years old. He started collecting 4 years ago during COVID. I mean, basically as a way to glom onto the twink community. He's trying to weasel his way into not into Mars, but into Uranus through the Tim Wright channel. That's right. That's what happened. It is nasty, vicious, and we tell you how it is. We tell you how it is on this Honest Watch channel. Don't let these grifters flim-flam you. Don't get flim-flammed by these hucksters, by these Bukiakistanis, by these sardine cans, and these what else? What's the other word? Sardine cans, Muppet Boiler Room channels, and other low-life degenerates. Okay. Again, this is a tomato can who has 0 taste. His only criteria for buying watches is, okay, is it a hype watch that's going to impress twinks at watch meetups that I could bring back to my hotel room? That's basically it. Okay. Now, again, why is he bringing back these young gentlemen to his hotel room? I guess to show them the watches. I guess to show them, give them a private viewing of watches. To discuss watches in an intimate atmosphere. I'm not implying anything else. Okay. I'm not implying that there's any like untoward behavior of any type of thing. But look, you just got to do the math. And of course, look, there was also the sex assault situation with Tim Wright. And of course, from what Dirk Diggler told us, this guy, he was trying to groom another gentleman in the watch community. I think he bought him a hooker in Vegas. That's right. He bought him a hooker in Vegas. We're talking about, what's the guy's name? It's some guy with a baseball cap and tattoos. Some young guy, baseball cap and tattoos. What's his name? He does like stupid videos. He's mixing drinks. I don't know. Again, all these guys are deeply in the closet, halfway out of the closet, whatever. And you know what? Listen, I'm saying, listen, why are you guys in the closet? Why don't you be fabulous? We've seen the videos. We've seen the videos of the Ocock, doing this, the flamboyant audition for, I think he was doing some dance audition. He wearing like pink pants and a tank top, very tight pink pants, figure skating, the whole thing. It's just, listen, it all adds up. I don't want to hear this stuff. Oh, I'm a married man. I'm a family man. Yeah, so is Malcolm Forbes. Malcolm Forbes, family man. great publisher. By the way, I highly respect Malcolm Forbes. I deeply admire Malcolm Forbes. And Malcolm Forbes, publisher of Forbes magazine. That was Mr. Capitalism in the 80s. And again, I think he was a great guy. And he was well known to cruise around Manhattan in a limo with a bunch of young twinks. He would pick up at clubs. He would be dressed up in leather. He was I guess they call it like a leather daddy, is I think what it's referred to in the community. And no, seriously, that's what happened. He would pick up, but he would cruise around with a bunch of young guys. Hey, I'm not saying anything, but Google it. You Google it, and he would, of course, out in public. Oh, I'm dating Elizabeth Taylor. Come on. We know what the deal is, right? It's like, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Who am I to judge people's personal habits? But just don't lie about it. Just don't be a bullshit artist. All right. If you want to be flamboyant and sassy, just be flamboyant and sassy about it. Don't give me this thing that, oh yeah, I'm meeting collectors in my hotel room, blah blah blah. Come on. We know what the deal is. Okay, you're texting these guys. Don't show up to this watch meetup. Don't watch this channel. You can't do this. Again, this guy, he's scamming all these dummies, like these guys like Kessler, who's another fucking twink, who's like a what is he? This guy's like a third-rate hack. What is he? I think he's a cameraman, right? He operates camera, a cinematographer, I guess he calls himself. Makes snuff films in Chatsworth, Porn Valley, and he got suckered in because the old cuck is telling him, oh yeah, I can get you a Patek at list. I can get you the highly desired models at list price. Oh yeah, I can get you a Tiffany stamp. Yeah, that's what it is. You got a bunch of Chomo Stanis here. You got Chomo Stan, Bukyakistan, and Kukistan. I mean, it's unbelievable but true. Again, nasty vinyl flooring. Okay, listen, when it smells like a scam, it's a scam. Okay, nobody who really has this watch has cheap vinyl floors. Okay, when I had this watch, I did not have cheap vinyl floors. Okay, I had travertine floors or marble floors. Okay. It's not the way it works. It's not the way it works, my friends. It's not the way it works. Patek and nasty vinyl floors or nasty ceramic floors don't go together. And here we go. Here's another Chomo watch. This is the Oyster Quartz Day Date. Again, this was I don't know what this guy was thinking. This was kind of like a weird, vaguely in. It was kind of like a hyped up thing for about 5 minutes. For like literally 5 minutes, and it's a piece of shit. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, you don't want to. This Oyster Quartz story is a bullshit story. You don't want that. Maybe with Patek, the Beta 21 movement, that has collector value. Patek Beta 21, and that's only when you go into it knowing that movement will have major problems and it's going to cost you $20,000 to fix it. That's the deal. But it's the Patek Beta is actually a collectible watch. The Rolex is tomato can material. Again, shitter watches, Zenith. He's got the Omega Seaman Master. Basic bitch Rolexes. The Black Sea. Again, Chomo Stand. This is pure Chomo Stand. Okay. Again, why does he keep posting the same damn videos over and over? Oh, this is the above ground pool. Again, this guy's got an above ground pool, not in ground, above ground vinyl pool to go with the vinyl flooring. Nasty and vicious. And, he's going to be inviting the twinks to the above ground pool season. Above ground pool season is right around the corner. And, Kessler is going to be there. What the hell is this? What is this? This is on somebody's bedspread? I don't know. This is a little bit too flamboyant. I don't know. Very, very, very. Let's see what else he's going to show us. What else is this Bukyak going to show us? Bukyakistan. Here we go. Here's something sassy. Oh, look at that. Shit. Nasty. Look at this. Tract houses. This guy's in the middle of a bunch of fucking tract houses with nasty vinyl. Cheap patio furniture. cheap patio furniture. This is straight out of Home Depot, $99. Look at that nasty and vicious Chinese furniture, nasty vinyl floors, cheap rugs. You know what's funny? Okay, you see this, by the way. Now, I made the mistake of buying a sofa, like a couch like this, actually a love seat like this from Home Depot, like a exact like this model, right? It's like it's a steel frame. I had this on my yacht in Marina Del Rey, right? I put it on the back, right? I had like a deck. I put this sofa, whatever. It's a love seat. It's a two-seater, right? You know, it was nice. You know, you invite girls back there, you know, watch the sunset. Very cozy. It worked very well. Believe me, it was great. The problem is this: this nasty cheap furniture that he's got here. Okay, I think I paid $150 for that. You know, to put on the back of the boat, and guess what? It rusted. Literally, the leg. All of a sudden, one day I'm sitting down, and boom, the couch like collapses down. Why? Unbeknownst to me, you know, because of the salt air or whatever, I don't know, it's cheap Chinese steel, it rusted away. The legs are like literally could have, you know, shit, I'm glad I didn't have somebody else there. I could have gotten sued. Imagine this, you invite some young debutante, you invite some young debutante to the boat to watch the sunset. The deck collapses, and you know, then all of a sudden she sues me for $2 million for, I don't know, whatever, you know, I don't know, negligence, who knows, I don't know. I don't think my insurance covered it. You know, the boat insurance was very marginal, you know. Yeah, this is a nasty and cheap Home Depot thing, which is going to collapse from rust. Again, listen, when you have a Patek Philippe, you don't have cheap and nasty furniture, patio furniture, okay? In my palatial estate, I don't have cheap and nasty outdoor furniture. I have quality patio furniture. Okay, this is a Fugazi. Okay, it's a Fugazi. It's a grifter. It's a grifter. It's a grifter. Okay, nasty tract houses, nasty vinyl decking, above ground pool. It's all Bukyakistan. Okay, it's not congruent. It's a Fugazi. Oh no, send me the link. No, send me the that's funny. You're the guy. Oh, I saw this. I posted the video. I posted that clip where you asked Archie, what do you think about Watch Reporter? And you know, he went on a nice rant. That's funny. That is funny. No, what did he say about the Thunderbird? Which video was that? Can you just send me a clip? I don't have I can't watch. I mean, honestly, I can't really watch. I mean, the thing with Archie, the thing with all these channels, I can't fucking watch. They're all like, you know, they're really stupid. I mean, I do like to go onto the Curly thing and you know, put it on fast and after the shows, after he does one of these shows, so that I could, you know, in 2 minutes I can find some, you know, good things because it's entertaining. Curly's actually very entertaining on the drama stuff. For like there's about 3 out of a 5-hour stream, he's got about 3 minutes, which you can find. You can't watch it live because it's just a fucking waste of your time. Same thing with Watch Nicholas. Sometimes he's got a couple minutes, but Curly's actually better. I mean, again, Curly's is the king of Chomo Stan, but he does have a couple of good clips. But you can't watch this. And Archie is fucking totally unwatchable. The Archie thing is fucking horrible, and he's gone really, really downhill. You got to send me the link because I can't even be bothered because it's just so. It's really bad. It is terrible. Scrap metal, yeah. You know what? I actually no, I had to what did I do with that couch? I think I illegally dumped it. I basically, you know, I mean, yeah, I could get rid of it, you know, basically in the middle of the night. I took it to their dumpster at the marina, you know, and you know, thank God they never caught me because I don't know, they don't like that type of stuff, you know. But yeah, I had to get rid of that sofa. It totally rusted away. That's what happens. It's nasty and it's vicious. Nasty, vicious vinyl. Maybe Uzi's driving around. Probably I could have probably sold it to him for like $5. But yeah, what did the Bogan of Brisbane, which video was it? When did he say? By the way, the Thunderbird, the Rolex Thunderbird, we're talking about the, hang on a second, let me look it up. Let me look it up. I'll show you the video. Here we go. Let me show you, punters. Let me show you, punters, the video. Hang on a second. This is the Colonel's. This is Turnograph 1 of 2. That's right. We got 2 of these. I'm going all in on Turnograph. Why? Because this is the undervalued Rolex that's increasing in value, okay? This is late 60s solid gold, crispy bezel. And look at that. That's what you want. You want that crisp coin edging on that bezel. You see that? Wait, we got some vibration there. There you go. Okay. Okay, and when the date changes, it's nice and crisp. Thunderbird, Turnograph, these are increasing in value. Now, they haven't exploded yet. I've been waiting for a couple of years. Now, again, what happens with these markets is like this. It might be just quiet for a while, and then boom, all of a sudden, all the money is made like in a year. So, like this watch, this is going to be like a $20,000, $25,000. It's going to be a $25,000 to $30,000 watch in the next couple of years. But it's going to happen all at once. It's basically like right now, these are like probably 12. So, I'm up a little bit. Nothing big yet. I've had it for a couple of years. But what's going to happen is, again, this is the way it works in all these markets. All of a sudden, one of these influencers, like a Theo and Homo, we're going to have Theo and Homo, or one of these Dirty Sanchez guys, like what's his name, the fake aristocrat, or there's a bunch of these guys with the Dirty Sanchez mustaches, right? They're going to do a video and they're going to say, oh yeah, this is going to be the next big thing, and blah 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 blah. And you know what? The tomato cans are going to go all in. You're going to see the Hodinky guys. The Hodinky types, those dummies, those Hodinky clowns. They're going to start talking about this. And what's going to happen is the Muppet Boiler Room channels. You sent it to me. How did you send it to me? How did you send it to me? Where's the link? I don't see the link. How do I find it? I don't know. Did you email to me? Okay, okay. Look, here's what I'm going to do for you. Since you sent a super chat, I'm actually going to check the email, which is brutalwatchreviews@gmail.com. And no, I did not get any link from you, but here's what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to look for Archie Luxury. I'm going to look for Archie Luxury live stream, the failing live stream. Archie's failing live stream. Is that today? Is that today's live stream that he did? Oh, here we go. I think I see. Okay, here we go. Here, okay. You got the dog trainer. You got the dog drainer.
It's a full cleansing experience.
Yeah, enema cleansing. Yeah, he knows all about it.
100% right, Mikey.
And in fact, then when I travel and I don't have one, I feel disgusting. I'm just like smearing in ever thinner layers. Not nice. No, I don't like it.
Hang on. Is this the video? Is it today? Oh yeah. Okay, there we go. Is it? It's 2 hour 20 minutes. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this. Look at this guy. Fuck. Oh man. This guy's making fun of my hairline. Look at the Archie shit, man. That guy Oh man, he's got the fake. What do you call it? That thing in the front. Oh, this is terrible.
Well, okay, I have a video on that on the Mark Goldberg channel. If any of you want to look at the title.
Yeah, nobody's looking at your channel. Actually, Mark is he's funny. Mark actually, I got to. I think Mark actually is funny. I think the dog drainer. Okay, that's the guy who taught my dog to lick my asshole. That's right. He trained my dog. I had to pay him. He trained my dog to lick my asshole to perform analingus. He's actually a funny guy, but he gets very upset when I make that joke. When I talk about the dog analingus, he gets very upset. He takes it very seriously.
Do you show how to use it and everything?
Oh, you get full disclosure, Mike.
Oh wow, very cool.
I am Marco. Yes, I am a complete expert on butt guns.
By the way, Yankee Doodle, check it out on eBay. They have a few of them. They come out of China, but those cars, those models, they're normally about 200 US.
Where is it?
If you hunt around, you can get them much cheaper.
Oh man, I gotta find this.
This is an older model. It's not the current one, which is sort of the Bentley. If I was fucking stupid enough to actually buy one, that's what I would be buying anyhow. So I kind of works for me. So yeah, that's the way it goes. We've got a super chat here. Super chat. We got. What's your timing? $5. What's your opinion on the 18K yellow Turnograph Thunderbird on leather strap? Watch Reporter channel has one, and his is crisp and pristine. For starters.
Let's see. Look at that. Mark is giving the full fist. The full fist. The dog trainer loves fisting.
Let me tell you, number one, I never, ever like a Rolex that some fuckwit has put on an aftermarket strap.
These are old.
Okay. First, see, this guy doesn't understand. He does not understand because the whole idea of the turnograph, the entire idea is you want to wear it on a strap. This is designed to be worn, and they were back in the day. That's how most people wore them, because the solid gold. First of all, they were very flimsy. Okay, the Jubilee bracelets on these back in the 60s, they were very flimsy, tomato can material, and people took them off. They're nasty. The Rolex bracelets were horrible. Rolex did not make a good bracelet up until 2005, ironically, with the last version of the turnograph. That's what they use. This is a very historically important watch. Now, yeah, this is the way you wear it, because you know what? Look, a Rolex Day-Date 36, I'm talking about vintage. We're talking about vintage watches, right? A vintage, neo-vintage Rolex Day-Date 36 in solid gold. Anything up until, let's call it the year 2000. It can't be anything newer. But when you had the old tomato can bracelets, yeah, absolutely, you should be wearing them on a strap. Okay, the only time you can wear a Rolex Day-Date on the bracelet is the new models only. We're talking about the stuff past 2010, when they had the solid clasps, and also yes, the new stuff you can. The new stuff I would not. But he doesn't understand the nuance. He's a moron. Again, Archie is basically a fuckwit.
Listen to me.
I mean, listen. You're taking advice from a guy. Look at that hair. He's got that greasy hair. He's wearing that fucking cheap jacket. It's a nasty vinyl. It's got the the fused. What do they call it? Fused. I don't even know what it is. I don't buy my stuff off the rack. I mean, it's a fused nasty, but you can see those fused, the shoulder pads in there from the it's all nasty Chinese-made material. I mean, this guy knows. I mean, of course, look at the background. He's got the curtains. Look at those the polyester curtains. Yeah, he's a man of style. That's right. You take your style advice from that guy, or from or from this guy, the bear. The dog trainer, bear. Grrr.
The ones you want to have the gold bracelet. They were very rarely sold with the strap. They look shit. The whole point of it, look, a Breguet on a strap, that's how it came. It's got the factory. Like, I can't say this. Besides Aaron Bespoke, I wouldn't actually get aftermarket straps, and you really want it on the bracelet. It's so much more.
Aaron Bespoke, but this is even worse. Now he's spruiking you a shitter strap maker. Listen, you don't want that shitter strap from Aaron Bespoke. It's garbage. It's pure trash. I'm going to show you some examples of it. It's horrible. That guy sells garbage. You know who makes decent stuff? Well, first of all, Jean Rousseau. Camille Fournier, or D-Lugs. There's a company called D-Lugs that makes good straps, which I would buy. I would not buy. I'm going to show you the Aaron Bespoke. It's Garbage. For Archie has no taste. The guy's a shithead.
More impressive on the bracelet. Now, the reason they're not on the bracelet is they're fucked. They're stretched to shit because they weren't that. People wore them every day. They didn't look after them like they do today. And also, they weren't as resilient. They weren't as well engineered.
Correct.
What do I think of them? I think it's pathetic to put a head on a strap if that's not how it came. I like to keep it original. I like to use an OEM strap and the OEM buckle. Otherwise, it just looks shit.
OEM strap? There were no.
You know, yeah, it would be better on the bracelet.
Oh, yeah.
The watch head itself, the Thunderbird, is very cool with that chronograph. I really, really like those. They were ahead of their time. I didn't.
See, Mark knows. The Chronograph is a historically important watch. That was the first Rolex sport watch. It was the first Rolex military watch. It was issued to the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds, right? That's the elite, aerobatic squadron, whatever. And the military, okay, it was issued to elite pilots in the Air Force. Okay, I got that watch, from when I was flying MiGs over Vietnam, right? So, I shot down like 12 MiGs over the Gulf of Tonkin, and as a reward, I got that gold chronograph. That's what happened. Now, these guys, they don't know anything about it. They don't appreciate what America has done for them.
I realize they made those in gold.
Oh, yeah.
They should be thanking me for my service.
Well, they had two also, I believe. What year were those? 60s, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
60s up until 2008, I believe.
Okay, moving along. You skipped one.
We've got another super chat. We've got Angelic.
All right, let me show you this shithead. Let me show you this shithead Archie.
Hey guys.
Let me show you what this Bukyak does. Hang on a second. Let me show you one more thing here. Archie Luxury. Okay, let me show you this tomato can. Let me show you what kind of trash and garbage go to his channel.
Hey guys.
Where is this? Oh, where is the stupid reviews? Wait. Oh my God. It's hard. Where is the stupid?
Hey guys, it's Guns Out. Look, I thought you might enjoy a little behind the scenes.
Where is? Wait. Where is the stupid thing? Hang on a second. We're almost there. This guy is low quality. I mean, Archie Luxury, everything is low quality. It's for vinyl, nasty vinyl content people.
What year were those?
Is it Paul Pluta channel? There we go. Where is this tomato can? Okay, here we go. So let me show you the bad advice that Archie. I just saw this. By the way, yeah, this is I'm going through the stuff, and this I just saw. Now this is the bad advice that Archie gives to the punters because he knows nothing. Okay, so some guy, I think some doctor, writes to him and says, "Hey, I want to get a watch," and this is the guy's collection. This is a guy who's a doctor. I watched like 2 minutes of this. So this is his collection. He's got a Panerai shitter. Again, look at this. What do you see? What's in common? They're all the same color metal. It's all white metal, right? One of them is white gold. He's got some Patek. This is like a kind of a shitter watch. It's like an annual calendar chronograph. I don't know. It's like a weird. I don't even know what that model is. I think it's just an ugly. It's one of the new modern Thierry Stern era. It's garbage Patek. It's deep discount Patek. Anyway. So what does the guy have? Again, this is your basic bitch collector. Rolex Black Submariner, check. Panerai, check. Zenith chronograph, like Archie has, check. Yeah, the Zenith actually is a legitimate chronograph, although I'd get the one with then he's got something in the middle. I don't know what that is, some sort of shitter watch. And then he's got an Explore. Again, this is like, your basic garbage. And at the bottom, he's showing, I guess, his wife's watches, which, again, this guy has zero taste. This guy has zero style. And he's asking Archie for advice on getting what he calls a milestone watch. Let's see what Archie has to say.
Okay, so now he's asking me a few questions. Okay, so this is what he said. Now, before I answer his questions, let me just tell you a story. Many years ago, I had a friend of mine, Descartes. Remember Descartes? I'm still in touch with him.
I will go through it.
As you do.
Bottom line, the guy's a doctor, right? So the guy's a doctor. I guess he's, I don't know, going to turn 50 or 60. I don't know, whatever, right? He wants to buy a Rolex, blah, 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 or a Patek, whatever. Archie's telling him, oh, Daytona, gold Daytona. Now, here's the thing. Now, this guy, if you look here, okay, and then he's spooking David SW. He's a scammer, grifter. I'm not saying he's a scammer. I'm not going to say he's a scammer. He's just a, Muppet boiler room. Now, again, this guy, Archie's giving this guy advice. Now, this guy, you can see he's got zero sense of style, right? These are all shitter watches. Now, he wants this doctor guy, Dr. Zhivago. Dr. Zhivago wants to get a, you know why the channel is not blowing up? We need more donations, okay? We need donations from the viewers, okay? It costs millions of dollars to keep a channel on the air, okay? This $1.99 shit is not going to cut it, okay? We need wires. We need wires, not this $1.99, okay? We need, or at least $100 super chat. I mean, $50,000 wire. That's what would move the needle. Now, here's the deal. Here is the deal. So this doctor, let me explain to you. First of all, number one is, I don't know what kind of doctor he is. Oh, the guy says, oh, I also serve as an expert witness. And, when I wear the Patek, it really screws with the lawyers' heads because they make more money than me and they see the Patek. Listen, believe me, they don't know what that fucking watch is. It's a shitter watch. Believe me, they're looking at that watch and saying, what piece of shit is that, okay? It's the dumbest Patek you could ever buy. If you're buying Patek, you want complication, right, meaning perpetual calendar, and you want elegance, meaning thin, dressy, thin. That's what Patek is known for, okay? Not this monstrosity. This is like oversized monstrosity. I gotta tell you, it's a clean design. It's just boring as hell. It's just the most boring watch. Oh, and by the way, these straps, look at these disgusting straps. These are nasty and ugly straps. These came from that Aaron Bespoke, whatever. These straps are fucking disgusting. I mean, they look like shit. I mean, he's got, I don't know what's going on. This guy has zero taste. Really. Like, if this guy was a doctor, I wouldn't go to this doctor. Actually, you know what? Maybe I would. I'm not here to go to a doctor who has good taste in watches. If I saw a doctor who's got like a yellow gold, a solid yellow gold Rolex day date, or a solid, Rolex Daytona in rose gold or whatever, I would think, shit, this guy is probably ripping me off. He's ripping me off. I'm paying too much, okay? I don't want to see doctors with solid gold watches, unless you're talking about like a plastic surgeon, some sort of guy who does cosmetic dentistry, like cosmetic stuff, cosmetic surgery stuff, okay? Because there it's all about appearances. Like, we had a guy who sent in for a watch review, and this guy was a plastic surgeon in Kansas or some shithole state, I don't know, middle of nowhere, Missouri, I don't know. And this tomato can had a Breguet Marine gold. It's a gold, it's the gold head on a rubber strap. And you know what? Now, I think it's a shitter watch, even though one of our aristocrats has that, Baron Red. But you know what? This guy's a plastic surgeon in like Oklahoma or Texas, wherever it is. And you know what? In those states, the people there, they have that, in Texas, they want the big tits, they want the big watch, big hair. It's a Texan thing, whatever. I'm all for it, right? So they like that. It's flashy. That works, okay? If you're a plastic surgeon, I don't want to see you wearing a Panerai, okay? These Rolexes are actually okay, but a gold watch is fun. But if you're like a heart doctor or whatever, you're like a general practitioner or neurosurgeon or whatever, like a real doctor or something, life type stuff. Nah, fuck Uzi. We don't need him. Then I don't want to see you wearing a gold watch. Now, you can wear one in private. That's fine. But I don't want to walk into a doctor's office. And by the way, the weirdest thing is I really try to stay away from doctors. But the new thing, I think the last time I went to a doctor, it was a while. But you know what? There's a new thing where these guys, I went to one of these, one of these fake doctors. I think it's called, what the hell is it called? It's like you go there and it's called, wow, this was, when this was? I'll tell you what, this was when, it's a chain of doctors that was sold to, like, Amazon bought them. What is it called? It was called, like, I don't know. anyway, this was like in San Francisco. Like I was living there about, I don't know, 2009 or something, 2008, 2009. And I had a cold. I had this cold. And for like a couple of weeks, I was coughing. I was like, shit, maybe I should just go to the doctor, right? So, I go to this because it's supposed to be like some sort of high-tech doctor. You go in there, whatever, you give him like $200. I show up there, and, you got this Indian dude there, walks in, wearing like, I don't know, like street clothes. Like, I don't know who this guy is. That's the doctor. He's not even wearing a white coat. How do I know the guy's a doctor? If the guy's not wearing a white coat, like, how do I know he's a doctor? Maybe he's just some guy that walked off the street, that wants to, say, hey, let me give you a prostate exam. By the way, a funny joke. Richard Branson, the billionaire, he was telling this joke. He says, remember, gentlemen, after you turn 50, you want to get a prostate exam. Just make sure that when you go to the doctor to get the prostate exam, your doctor doesn't have both hands on your shoulders while you're getting the exam. You get it? You get the joke? Okay. Anyway, but yeah, that's what happened. I mean, I don't want to see a doctor wearing like, a T-shirt or just, no, I want to see a guy in a white coat, okay? I want to see a guy in a uniform. I want to see something, that to me is a doctor, okay? That's what, there's a reason why cops wear uniforms, the military wears uniforms, anybody who's in business. By the way, if you're in business, you should put on a suit, okay, or whatever. Wear a tie. I don't want to hear this thing with the fleece vests and whatever. It's like, what are you going for a play date? I mean, what are you going to? Is your mommy taking you to play with your friends in the park? I mean, you got your backpack, you got your fleece vest. No, put on a fucking suit like a grown man. That's a uniform, okay? It means that it's not about being comfortable. It's about wearing a uniform that you take your job seriously, okay? It tells me what you do. If you're wearing a white coat, you're a doctor. Anyway, so this guy's a doctor. He's got shitter watches, and Archie's telling him to buy a yellow gold. Listen, here I'm going to give this doctor free advice. Dr. Mengele or Dr. Zhivago, whatever this guy's name is. If you want a heavy hitter watch, you need to get out of your system. Get yourself a white gold, okay, Patek 5740 perpetual calendar. Okay, if you're a player, if you want to be a player, okay, you talk a big game, you want to be a player, you get yourself a Patek 5740 perpetual calendar. It's a beautiful watch. I'll pull it up, and it's a serious watch, and that watch actually will impress the ambulance chasers that are your clients. I'll show you what the watch is, so that the punters, the hoi polloi will know what I'm talking about. Okay, this is the watch. Okay, the average peasant is not going to know what that watch is. They're going to think it's like a Timex. Okay, your patients, 99% of your patients will think it's a Timex. Okay, they're not going to be worried that you're charging too much. They're not going to be worried that you're, doing some sort of Medicaid and Medicare fraud, like, most of these doctors are, right? Nobody will know except the people who know. Now, what you should know is it's a great watch. But the only problem is this: it's $155 list price. The real market price on these is right now about $180. Now, here's the thing: Patek Philippe $155 list. Right now, what's going to happen is you're also going to have to pay sales tax. So that means all of a sudden, let's call 10% just to do the math. So now you're at 170 G's. And what's going to happen is Patek, because they want to scam you, Patek is going to say, oh, well, if you want the Nautilus Perpetual, well, you got to go on the journey. You got to go on the journey. You got to buy 5. By the way, this was told to me by one of their insiders. Here's what you got to do. You got to buy 5. Look at these. I love these fonts. These are beautiful Euro-style fonts. These are proper fonts, okay? These are proper fonts. This watch, the dial is perfection. I'm not crazy about the Nautilus. I think Nautilus design is in danger. I think really the Nautilus design is in serious danger of getting, going out of style, really. But anyway, Patek wants you to buy 5 watches before you buy this. Okay, you got to buy 5 watches. You got to buy them all from the same boutique, and you still have to own all 5 at the time that you're buying this, right? So do you understand what they're trying to do? They're trying to rig the market. Basically, what they're saying is you got to buy these 5 shitter watches that nobody wants because almost every single Patek besides the Nautilus line and Aquanaut is dropping 20% below list. That means you're going to lose $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 per watch. Okay, so you're going to lose about $100,000 by the time you get to this watch in 2 years. And guess what? This watch is going to be about $150,000 in 2 years. I'm telling you right now, this is dropping like a rock. It went all the way up, as Kino says, all the way up. And to like $300,000, I think, $350,000. And then what happened was, people realized, oh, okay, it's whatever, it's mass market watch. I mean, it's not mass market, but they make a couple hundred a year. So the price of this is going to drop to about, I would say, list price. They're going to be at $150,000, $125,000 in a couple of years. So be patient. Believe me, it's going down. It's going down. If you want to pay $150,000 and it's going to go to $1, but it's going to be dead money. There's no catalyst to move this higher. But anyway, that's a cool watch. So if you get it for $180,000, it's better than buying it from the boutique because it's going to be more expensive. Or you get yourself Day-Date white gold. Day-Date white gold, a little bit flashier. Not this. You get like, there you go. I would get this with a smooth bezel. You get this with a smooth bezel. So again, the patients in your office are not going to know it's a Rolex. You want the smooth bezel, so they're not going to know. But it's gold. It's by the way, beautiful watch. Also, these are dropping. Model Rolex going. These are going to be $30,000. They're all dropping like a rock. So that's what's going on. That's what I would tell Dr. Mengele over here from the Archie channel. That's what you want instead of what Archie's telling you. Archie's giving you bad advice. You know why? Because the guy's a tomato can. Really, Archie has no taste. He's a 2-bit piece of shit. I have nothing against the guy. I'm just giving you the reality. He's basically a low-life grifter. Okay, that's what he does. He's a lazy bum who just does lazy content, who really knows nothing about watches. That's the other reality. Archie actually really knows very, very little about watches. He knows about a couple things, but he doesn't understand trends. He has no comprehension of where things are going, why they're going there. He doesn't tell you about watches that go up in value. This is the only channel. Our whole focus is watches that increase in value. That's why you got to join the channel. You got to become a member. And that's all I got to say. All right. So we'll see you on the next one, Tomato Cans.